Before we start, my 40K special is still in the works right now. It's a long video covering an entire decade's worth of anime movies. It's annoying, the 2000s was a shit decade, it's just taking much longer than I expected. So instead of working on that non-stop, I thought it'd be fun to get Ryan Animation Review 36 before January ended. And considering that Family Guy is 20 years old today, I thought that'd be fun talking about the pilot. Now I've admitted several times that I hate Family Guy. In fact, the next Family Guy review will be on Brian and Stewie, which is an episode in my top 10 worst episodes of the show. I don't know when I'll review that yet, but let's talk about the pilot for right now. Now, in Family Guy's first decade, I personally loved the show. I actually thought it was funny. It wasn't preachy, it didn't feel the need to tell morals, all it wanted to do was make me laugh, and it succeeded. But I wanted to see if Family Guy actually started off good. But we're not just reviewing the January 31st, 1999 pilot, we're also going to be looking at the original Family Guy pilot from December 20th, 1998. For reference sake, we'll look at the December 20th one first, then we'll look at the January 31st one. For some reason, the original version is only 7 minutes long, probably because this was really shown as a pilot preview and not the full thing, which kind of confuses me, but we'll explain why in a bit. For now, let's take a look at the original pilot. Now, I'm not going to talk about everything from it, just things I have to say about it.
You folks want some pancakes?
No, thank you. See, that's the worst we got is Jemima's witnesses.
Wow, it's so weird watching Family Guy without seeing its iconic intro. Hey, wait a minute, is Lois blonde? I really do love seeing the original designs of the Griffins and how they've changed just a month later. Did you know that Sex Barn did most of the animation in the original pilot? I'm not sure if it shows, but that's a pretty cool note. Megan kinda looks like Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory here for some reason. Brian and Stewie look the same, Chris is wearing shorts that are blue, and Peter here looks more toyetic than in the actual pilot. Does the house here kind of look like the Rugrats house? It might just be a me thing, but I think the house looks like the Rugrats house.
Kids, I just don't know if I like the idea of your father going to a stag party tonight.
Relax, Mom. It's just a bunch of guys sitting around with a black marker and a checklist of the 10 Commandments.
It's funny not seeing Meg get abused for once, but what's even funny is that here she's kind of snarkier. Not exactly a bitch, but she's actually funny, in a dark sort of sense. Maybe her character originally was going to be more in line with something like Lucy from the Loud House, a normal average everyday girl who has a dark personality. I think that could have worked.
Hey, is my kid over here?
Forget it, false alarm.
And here we see the first ever appearance of Cleveland. Man, does he sound different. Okay, I'm gonna comment on this now before I move any forward. The lip movement feels a bit wrong. Not lip syncing off bat, but this movie just doesn't feel the flow that the rest of the Family Guy has.
And so the Lord God smoked poor Job with festering boils all over his body.
Why the fuck does the priest sound like Kermit the Frog? Also, if you look to the two people left of God, the man doesn't have a mouth, and that woman is Lois but with a different hairdo. Love the Philadelphia joke here, and it's weird hearing Quagmire's voice out of someone who is not Quagmire. And I like the idea of how you have to drink to imagine that the Statue of Liberty is hot, which kind of reminds me of a later Family Guy episode where Peter got the foot of the Statue of Liberty to please Quagmire. Then we see Peter is now a table. Then Peter goes to work, which is at the toy factory. And remember when Peter was still there not working with beer? Peter gets fired from his job for falling asleep, and I love Peter's reaction to it.
And now, back to Channel 6 News. Our top story tonight, when toys attack. Quite a situation we've got here, Mike.
Quite a situation we've got here, Mike. Indeed, Diane. It seems the Happy-Go-Lucky Toy Company has released several highly unsafe toy products into the retail market.
Come on, Timmy, throw the silly ball. Oh, boy, a pound poochie.
Come on, baby Heimlich, spit it out.
Peter, I'm appalled. Your negligence has damaged this company's reputation. You're fired.
Ah, jeez, for how long?
Then we see Peter go home and he tells his whole family about it. Stewie tries to kill Lois and...
I don't see... Oh! What on earth was that?
What the deuce are you staring at? It's tuna fish. And nothing else.
We have Peter do a cutaway or two of him trying to get new jobs and trying to win money at a talent show.
And the grand prize goes to the Von Trapp Family Singers.
Oh, that is bullshit.
They're gone!
Oh, yeah.
And then it just ends. Yeah, the 7-minute preview ends right there. Now let's take a look at the actual Family Guy pilot. We see that the Griffins have their design updated to how they look today. Peter, Brian, and Stewie sound the same. Chris Griffin is now voiced by Seth Green instead of Seth MacFarlane. And Lois and Meg sound different, but I think it's the same voice actresses.
Smoking. How does a boy like that go so wrong?
Well, I live in a crummy neighborhood.
Most of the stuff other than that seems to be the same. Lois is the one talking about Stewie's birth instead of Meg, which I guess makes more sense. Though I don't get why Cleveland looks less like Cleveland in the actual pilot. Cleveland in the original pilot looks like the current Cleveland today. The priest now actually sounds like a priest instead of Kermit the Frog, and the guy has his mouth this time. And the Philadelphia joke is now the third joke and not the second joke. And now we actually get to see Quagmire this time. When the men drink, there's actually a movement this time with them drinking. Before it was just a still frame of them drinking. I love the new accountant joke that they throw in there. And we see this time that Tom is actually called Tom instead of Mike in the original pilot. At the dinner table this time, Peter tells everyone but Lois, which I do not understand. In the original, he told Lois right away, but for some reason he doesn't in this one. I love the devil angel joke that they play here. And Chris doesn't get wasted this time, which I guess is a little more appropriate. And Peter doesn't say shit this time like he did in the original pilot.
That I didn't really stand up to that tank in Tiananmen Square? Screw this. I just came over to buy some fireworks.
And the first data joke that I do not understand. Can somebody tell me what Tiananmen Square was? We're also at the part where the original pilot did not get to, since this is all new stuff now, technically speaking. Also, nice clever tie-in with the angel again. With Peter not having a job anymore, he decides to go on welfare, which he then receives $150 a week. But actually, instead of $150, Meg then reveals it's actually $150,000 a week. And then we get a clever joke about Brian being a dog, and a joke about Bill Clinton, who was our president at the time.
Mr. President, why do you think the American public has continued to support you throughout these impeachment proceedings?
Probably because you're so fat.
When Peter buys the statue of David as a loan, Lois gets suspicious, and Peter then lies saying he got a big raise at his job. This is the part where I say originally that the original pilot confused me. Like, how was this originally supposed to play out in the original pilot? Was Peter just originally just gonna say he got a new job instead of a raise? I love how Peter pronounces fajitas.
Yeah, I'd like 6,000 chicken fajitas, please.
I beg your pardon?
6,000 chicken fajitas.
And a sausage McBiscuit, please.
Peter, what's the big surprise?
Lois, you know how I always said you should be treated like a queen? Well, I got you your own jester. Hey guys, good to be here in New England. And what's the deal with New England anyway? It's over 200 years old! Last time I checked, that's not that new.
I would love a jester like that, but for Pennsylvania. In this version of the pilot, by the way, I noticed that Meg acts more like a stereotypical teenager than in the original pilot. Lois then finds out what Peter's been up to, and she's pretty pissed about it. To have Peter show that he actually cares about Lois, he takes all of his money and goes to the Super Bowl with it in a blimp. At the Super Bowl, he is flying the blimp. Get it? He's a pilot in the pilot! I'll be seeing myself out now. Peter gets arrested, and then we see him at court. We see Peter kind of screw up in court at first, but then he learns his lesson. But he gets sentenced to 24 months in prison, and then we see the Kool-Aid Man come in for the first time ever.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh yeah!
I really do love the Kool-Aid joke, and I think it's a good running joke throughout the series. Lois stands up for Peter, but she gets 24 months of prison as well. But then...
24 months in prison, eh? Unacceptable. Intolerable as it may be, I'm completely dependent upon those wretched drones for sustenance. Let us see how the iron constitution of American justice fares against the device.
Is that your boy?
What? Yeah, that's Stewie.
Gosh, I can't separate a kid that young from his father. It's unjudgmently. Oh, hell, you've learned your lesson, right?
Yeah.
All right, you're off the hook.
Oh, wow. Can you give me my job back?
No. Yes.
All right.
Stewie hypnotized the judge. That means his device worked. And then the episode ends. So, that was the Family Guy pilot 20 years later. Does it still hold up? I think it does. There's a reference here and there that doesn't make sense anymore, like the square thing or Bill Clinton, but otherwise, I still find this very funny. What did you guys think of this episode? Do you think Family Guy still holds up 20 years later? Do you think this pilot is still funny like I think it is? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell for more videos like this. And like this video for more videos like this. Next time I will definitely be doing the top 10 worst anime movies of the 2000s, my 40,000 subscriber special. If you want to be a part of this next video of mine, take a look at the description to see what you have to do. I am accepting people up until February 5th. Otherwise, I'll see you all in the next video. Star Giant Productions, out.